It's our first night in the van.
In the woods and the camera in my face, I feel like it's like Survivor.
Casey's been asking if we can camp in the van like since the day we bought it.
Pretty much since I had the seats ripped out. Maybe even before that. Maybe the day we bought it.
Yeah. We're going camping and we're gonna test out what we've got so far and see what like is missing that's really essential to get done before we hit the road for a very long time.
So we're headed to Ozark, Arkansas, or Cass, I think actually, which is actually where we took the Jeep for its shakedown trip with the new kitchen setup out of the back of it. We're gonna be down near the Mulberry River. While we were out there in the Jeep, we spotted a really cool group campsite, and I've been wanting to go camp there ever since, and it's in the National Forest, so we're gonna go try and grab that spot and spend some time playing in the river today. And we got a friend that's joining us, and maybe he'll be in the video. I don't know. Well, we haven't really asked his permission yet.
I'm sure he's cool. Yeah, we invited a bunch of friends. Only one was able to come, but we're really excited to be not just rolling on our own because
it's a really nice group site. I was gonna feel bad if it was just us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We're camping!
So if the spot I'm looking for is open, we'll be camped straight across on the other side over there.
Can you see if it's open?
We've made it to Redding on the Mulberry River. The van's kind of a mess because we don't have any cabinets yet. So we've just brought everything in tubs and we're kind of unfurled, having some lunch, and we're about to go for a swim in the river. Or at least some of us. It seems like it might be really cold.
Yeah.
Is it cold?
No, it's good. It's just contrast. But it's not that bad.
Everybody's in the river except for me. And the reason why is that I left all of my clothes, my duffel with my clothes and my swim trunks and everything else at home. It's a good thing it's only a one-night trip. Shakedown trip's going great so far. Since it is a work day and I needed to get some work done today anyway, while they're in the river, I'm hanging out in the van, getting some work done. It's hot though, it's like 93 in here. Looking forward to California. I'm looking it up right now. San Diego, it's like 68 degrees. San Jose, 72. It's amazing. Henry, can you hand me that cord that's on top of the Blue Eddy? Pulling up Gaia.
There's a Yodo app on there, Dad.
Uh-huh, we can play his Yoda stuff on there. So this is where we're headed.
Well, they already are in the road.
I mapped them. All right, let's go.
Do you know where you're going without a map?
Yeah, more or less.
We have swimmy swum and we're gonna go set up camp now. I don't think that's it.
No, this is it. With the spot that we're all layered in here, there's a big fire ring. This is it, 100%. But I'm just gonna
I don't
park
think
right
this
here.
is the spot.
I think this is the spot for sure.
Okay.
I'm like 1000% sure. That's just like I remembered it. You might be thinking of a different spot.
Okay.
This is the spot I was thinking of.
I'm just gonna show you a little bit of our setup, and I'm just gonna do it in just a minute because Henry's teaching.
Don't show them a little bit of meat.
Our child is clothless in the van. We can show around the campground.
Campsite. So yeah, this is in the National Forest. We're boondocking. Do van people call it that?
I don't know if they do.
We're van people now, but we need help being real van people. This is the spot. We've kind of got a view. And tomorrow morning we're gonna hike out to where there's a much better view of all these mountains.
Spy Rock, right there.
Yeah, we're right there.
We saw this campsite when we took the Jeep out to camp on the Mulberry last fall, something like that. And we drove by and I was like, this is a cool spot. We need to camp there one day. And so when it was time to test out the van, I was like, yes, definitely this one. Let's go find it. And I can't believe it was available because it's like a mile off the road, right?
I still don't think this is the spot.
I think this is it. We're gonna go up there the rest of the way. We'll see if there is a better spot and I'm just wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna show you a little bit of our setup. So we have our water jugs, which are from our Jeep. And the little power thing, which is handy. There's gonna be like a cabinet here with a sink. So we're just like, you know, this is where water will always go. You've seen the fridge, but now it's on and it has food in it.
Ta-da!
It actually holds a lot of food, so that's exciting because I like to pack too much food. And then our like kitchen setup stuff, I just sort of sorted it into these 3 bins. I actually raided the RV really hard for this pack, so I cleared out the RV kitchen and a lot of it's in here. We have a bin for all of our coffee making stuff. This is everything you need to like cook. And then this other bin is all like dining stuff, dishes and that stuff. And there's a bin here that's like dish doing.
It's like under the kitchen sink.
Yeah, this is cleaning up stuff. Should we go to the back?
To the back. I guess it's worth noting, if this is for somehow the first video in this series you're seeing because you're just like coming in through the side door or something, we've been building this van out since like February. We really got started in earnest, and we're leaving just in a couple weeks for at least a month on the road to California. It's obviously not done, but we're gonna finish building the cabinets and wrapping everything up in the next couple weeks.
Yeah, the point of this trip is to figure out what's missing so we can get it in there before we hit the road for a long time.
My clothes are missing.
So back here we have, this is like the pantry, like dry food storage. Eventually we'll have storage for that in the front. This is just temporary for right now. Stoves, that stuff. I got these bins recently to use as like camp sinks, and it was like a 2-pack, and so I have one with dirty dishes in it, and this one I just called the bathroom, which we won't probably use the sink feature of it, but it has all of the things like toothbrush, toothpaste, towels, toilet paper, laundry bag. I'll put them on the website because we're Amazon affiliates, and if you purchase one we get pennies.
Pennies.
But we like those pennies.
Those pennies add up, and eventually we have multiple pennies. It's nice garage storage.
Yeah, and it's obviously like not how it will finally be done, but.
And there's our 20-gallon water tank that doesn't have any water in it because it's not plumbed, which is why we brought water, even though we have a 20-gallon tank.
Plumbing supplies are on the way. That's going to be happening very soon.
I like the new chairs.
Oh yeah, these are also Amazon. I can put a link.
Yeah.
And we'll get pennies.
We got 3 matching sets. We've always had mismatched chairs.
Yeah, these are really nice. They match this one we found for free. And they're very comfortable and sturdy.
Good demo.
They're like pretty laid back, but they feel sturdy. So I'm a fan.
I feel good about it.
I'm really enjoying the blend of like a lot of our Jeep setup stuff, but also a lot of our RV setup stuff.
It really is the
like the perfect in between that we've been looking for.
Bad things around girls.
Don't say words about bad things about girls, guys.
I said everything's a murder
Are you
if you swing it hard enough.
People be in the comments like, is that guy?
Paige, who are you?
You don't have to actually.
I am another person named Paige.
I'm also Paige.
Not to be confused with the usual one. It occurred to us that we had not introduced Paige. You might think he's a random stranger just wandering around in the back of the campground. Oh, and Flora's with us too.
Flora, say hi to the camera.
Hi.
Paige and Flora are camping with us. They decided to help us shake down the van. See, I knew that they knew that it wasn't me walking around in shots when you were there because I've already revealed that I didn't bring any other clothes with me, so.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me in the gray shirt.
generically similar, but yeah, it'd be pretty
If
obvious.
you squint really hard,
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like at a distance, you know, it'd be hard to discern.
totally. We're having s'mores if that's not painfully obvious. Pretty good.
The sun has set.
With this in the woods and the camera in my face, I feel like it's like Survivor.
Yeah, actually, it's like glowing too.
Hey, and you're winning.
It's like lighting you up.
I'm holding the torch. I don't know how it works. I never watched that show.
That's cool.
Look, it's a pine cone and pine sap.
Wow.
And a split log. That's actually burning a lot longer than I thought it would.
I'm impressed.
It's a very small pine cone.
You can get 50, 60 feet into a cave with that.
It's been a very low-key first night at camp.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I think we're doing really good.
The van is great. It needs storage. It needs cabinets. I need clothes. What else did we forget? We didn't bring the torch for the... We almost didn't bring a lighter.
What about a lighter?
Yeah, I guess there's no almost didn't bring. We almost couldn't find the lighter. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, we're pretty well set.
Yeah.
Just some better storage would be nice.
There hasn't been much to record for you guys.
We haven't slept yet.
No,
We'll see
we'll
how
show
that
you
goes.
the bed setup when we get in there.
Granted, we're gonna be on not the end game mattress.
In-game mattress
just-
comes this weekend.
We borrowed the mattress, like pieces of the mattress out of the RV. So, judging the sleep will be skewed.
They don't exactly fit, and they're not the same thickness and quality. It's a cool spot, isn't it?
Yes.
It's one of my favorite spots now.
I'm gonna get the bed set up. So I thought I would show you guys the process of that. Just kill the power for a second. Yeah, that's up there. And then let's get Henry set up. He's gonna actually sleep down here. Okay, so this is just a camping mattress. I've got it folded kind of up the wall there. And then a little pillow, sheet over it. And a blanket just because it's so hot. Nobody wants to sleep in a sleeping bag when it's hot. So that is Henry's little private nook. You know what? You're really dirty. Let's get you cleaned up before you get in your clean bed.
I decided to hook Henry up with some bed lighting. Pretty dope, right?
Did you actually type before you...
I don't know if we said good morning, but good morning. We have camp all packed up. We're gonna go do a quick little hike. There's a trailhead right where we're camped, so we're gonna go just walk out to this really pretty little overlook spot. And then we're headed home. We have some notes and maybe we'll chat with you about them on the way home or when we get home.
Apparently clothes and batteries are a good idea.
Yeah, we learned a lot. I'm really glad we did this trip. We needed to learn some things before we go long term. You ready, guys?
A short one?
Short hike.
I thought this one was... I have some energy jelly beans. Wow.
I really like your outfit.
Yeah, it's my favorite one. I just thought I'd wear it more, you know?
Yeah.
I wore it yesterday and
I
I woke up
repeat
today and I
outfits.
said, yeah, that one again.
Yeah. like we said, the whole point of this trip was to figure out how the van works, how the van doesn't work, so we can prioritize what needs to be done before we can long-term travel in it. Casey, did you discover any new high priorities?
Well, the cabinetry is obviously very important because once we unfurled and like started taking stuff apart, it became chaos really quickly in here. And the RV's the same way, but it's just going to be like 10 times as bad in this thing if everything doesn't have a home and somewhere to go, because as soon as stuff just starts getting set down, there's nowhere to walk. I couldn't rotate the seat around this morning because there was stuff that just kind of stuffed under it, and so that's going to be an issue. Number two, not having windows with screens in them. You see the fly buzzing around my head? It's a fly party in here. So I think we're gonna have to do a fly trap, number one. And then eventually, I think we need to figure out how to put screens on these windows rather than leaving the doors open all the time. But one of the problems is we have a couple broken door locks, or not door locks, but the door handles, thank you, that don't open from the outside, which means that we end up leaving the doors open because once you close them, you have to like go around. It's a pain in the ass. So getting those fixed maybe fixes that problem. Last thing for me, and I know you got a lot to say on this, was on the bed last night. I was comfortable, but I could tell that the place where I had originally wanted, I need some overhead cabinets for our clothes, and I think I need to reevaluate the depth because I think I'm going to be like right underneath the corner of a cabinet and just banging my forehead on it every time I roll over at night. So I need to reevaluate that.
Okay.
And also, the new mattress that we ordered is actually 2 inches thicker than that mattress, and I think we need to cut 2 inches off the height of the bed. Even if I have to put some new framing in the walls to support it, it'll be worth it. We're gonna lose a little bit of storage at the back, but
well, and Henry too.
He's got room down there. But yeah, you're right. Everything's gonna shrink a little bit. Everything else was good though. Those were the negative things. Everything else was good.
Yeah. My lessons learned were, number one, I'm dying to get like a portable fan or maybe a few portable fans because the flies, like Casey said, were an issue. They're always an issue. We know that about camping. The other thing was the bed. So sleeping was kind of terrible. So we started the night sleeping with our head toward the very back of the van. I woke up in just like this panic of feeling really claustrophobic, which isn't really a problem I normally have, but I just like flipped out. I got out of the bed as fast as I could. Casey said he thought I pooped my pants or something.
That's what happened. When you yeeted yourself out of the bed so aggressively and then didn't get out of the van. Like I thought you had to go to the bathroom. And then you just like went to the middle up here and you just sat there, and I thought, I think she pooped her pants and she's trying to figure out what to do.
I just like got such a panic about how tight of a space that was, and I didn't want to get back in the bed because I just, that feeling was just going to come right back. I knew it. So I was just sitting in Henry's seat because he was asleep on the floor trying to figure out where the hell I was going to sleep for the rest of the night. Should I get outside and go sleep in one of the hammocks that's hanging up? And then finally I laid down on the floor with my head on Henry's pillow and just laid there to like calm down for a while. And then I got back in the bed with my head this way toward the front of the van. And that was a lot better. It just felt a lot less closed in. And Casey said also it maybe feels a little better on the side he's on because
you're not like up against a bulkhead like you are.
There's a gap between the mattress and the wall, so it just feels a little more open. But yeah, that was a lesson. Don't put my head in a corner and try to sleep.
I can't believe that. That's just so not you.
Yeah,
You're not
I
the
don't
one
know.
I worry about being claustrophobic. I'm the claustrophobic. Yeah. You know?
Yeah, that was terrible. And I was also just kind of having a meltdown about it. I was sitting there last night, not wanting to get back in the bed, thinking, where am I going to spend the rest of this night? And then thinking like, oh my God, if I can't sleep in this bed,
what are we going to do for
I
months?
can't travel in this van, you know? And then like, we spent all that time on the bed. Anyway, I was just having a whole like, oh shit kind of moment about it. But I think it's going to be okay. Yeah, and same as you said, I think that storage is really important. I'm really happy with how things are organized, but having to move bins that are on top of each other to get to bins below, obviously just
and
makes
especially
a
where
mess.
you can't stand up. You know, you can't stand up in here, so you're bent over doing that.
Yeah.
We shook this trip down.
We did.
We're supposed to leave in like 2 weeks. We got to touch up all these things, and we got a lot of loose ends to tie up, and then we can hit the road and hopefully survive.
We forgot to tell you about the fridge. Have we told them about the fridge? Fridge was hooked up to our Bluetti power bank battery. And then we had the Anchor running everything else. So we had a dedicated power source for the fridge, but it still was not enough. By the morning, the fridge cut out. The battery was dead. So we don't have enough power right now to power that fridge sustainably. So we need to look at some better power options. Obviously, the end game goal for this vehicle is to have solar on the roof and all of the like proper house lithium batteries and all of that setup. They're a higher priority now than they were before because
I actually thought we might be able to get away with just our power banks on this trip. Not unless we're going to be like plugging in and recharging our batteries at a power outlet somewhere like every single day. So that's not going to work. We need a better way to alternator charge or solar charging or something. We're pre-wired for solar, so we've got a lot of potential options in front of us, but we're going to have to converge on one of them before we need at least one of our charging options in place before we leave. We're not going to be able to just rely on plugging into the cigarette outlet here, which is working for now, but it's also like so hot that it wants to catch on fire. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah.
So hopefully very soon you see us installing at least a bigger battery in this thing and getting that sorted out.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed watching us shake this van down. It was awesome to finally get our first night in the van. We learned a lot. We know what we got to do. We're planning to hit the road in a couple weeks, so there's not a whole lot of time to finish. Let's come back next week. The build continues. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more of the build and see us travel in it.